The UK prides itself on the many multi-ethnic communities at the heart of British society. It considers itself to be a developed nation with a keen sense of tolerance and fair play for all. It is not, however, a perfect paradise. And one of the main aims of this conference was to find greater ways and means of improving communication and understanding between different groups.
And if we are to become the society we all want, one built on fairness, dignity and respect, confident in all aspects of our diversity, we have a lot of work to do. Above all, we mustn't allow difference to become an explanation for inequality or for tension. And that is the fundamental task of our new Commission, to promote and enforce equality, human rights and good relations. Well, the common sense British approach to many of these questions is, let's talk about it, we can sort it out. And I agree with that. And our Commission wants to be a forum for intelligent and fair-minded dialogue based on sensible human rights principles. But we already know that much of our work can't even start until we communicate more effectively with the public on these difficult questions. And to do that, we as a society have to be more comfortable talking about our differences, more generous, less ready to rush to judgment.
He told the audience that it was important people talk to each other without fear or awkwardness.
It's clear that we need to develop some core principles for talking about our differences in the public forum. This is about real issues, living together with civility, expressing ourselves freely, talking to each other and about each other without fear or awkwardness or offence. I think it's well within our reach to establish some basic ground rules and principles for how we talk to each other in a diverse society. The first of these is well established in law and, by the way, protected by the much reviled Human Rights Act, and that is freedom of expression. Recent research conducted for the Commission shows that freedom of expression is the human right that most people know to be protected in British law. It's central to the British psyche, and as today we celebrate the International Human Rights Day, perhaps there's no more appropriate time to assert this as a core guiding principle. But freedom of expression isn't absolute, and most of our conduct can't be and shouldn't be governed by law, but by our values and our sense of what is right for the community as a whole.
It was also vital that these principles were fully adopted inside workplaces across the whole of British society.
And at the Commission, we are trying to use what we call the 3 C's as guidelines: common sense, courtesy and consideration. Increasingly, as our society and our populations change, these guiding principles of freedom of speech need to be balanced by restraint and generosity and exercised in a climate of toleration, and they will become crucially important in our workplaces.
The newly formed Commission will use its powers to promote increased diversity in all aspects and areas of British society.